readers, my name is Liz and today we're going to do a gigantic book haul. Oh my gosh, I got so many books in the past month that I just need to share them with you guys. There's so many books, I'm so excited. So, first one, from Entangled Teen, we have Awakening by Shannon Duffy, and this seems to be akin to Divergent just in that there's this big secret and big da-da-da, and then you have this guy who it's not quite like Divergent in that it's her childhood best friend who's being convicted of murdering his family. Oh my gosh, but he comes up to her late one night and is like, this is the truth and this is what's really going on, and she's like, this changes my perspective of everything. But I think it'll have that nice little like tryst 4 relationship, maybe possibly. They're holding hands. Why can't it not be? Another book from Entangled Teen is Life Unaware by Cole Gibson, and this is about a girl who seems to be a bit of an outcast. She seems to be a bit of the victim of bullying and stuff like that, and then she kind of, I guess, falls for her ex-best friend's brother, and some stuff about being Miss Perfect, that little pressure from her family, so there's a lot of that stuff going on. Seems like a little bit of a darker YA contemporary, so if you like that kind of stuff, go check out Life Unaware. From Quirk Books, we have The Fangirl's Guide to the Universe by Sam Maggs, and this seems super cute and adorable. If you liked Eric Smith's Geek's Guide to Dating, this seems like a really good read to go along with that. This has to do with how to make nerdy friends, how to rock awesome cosplay, how to write fanfic with feels, how to defeat internet trolls, how to attend your first con. So, all that sounds like super fun, and if you're a fangirl, do go to cons, do go to conventions. It's amazing, it'll change your life. If you live in Atlanta, go to Dragon Con, because it's amazing, and I'll be there. Last week I went and hung out with somebody from Peachtree Publishers, so she gave me a handful of books, and one of them is this one by J.J. Johnson, and it is This Girl is Different. They don't have too many YA titles, but this one sounded pretty interesting. It's about a girl who has been homeschooled for the majority of her life, and then goes to public high school and has to deal with all the social nonsense that you know goes along with that. And I like the cover. It's I like the kind of looks like hand-drawn stuff, but also some, you know, cool stuff too. Another one from J.J. Johnson coming from Peachtree Publishers is The Theory of Everything, and basically it's about dealing with grief. I guess her best friend died, something very tragic happened. Another one from Peachtree Publishers is Life in Outer Space by Melissa Kyle, and this is about, I believe it's about a guy who thinks that everything kind of can relate to things in movies and very geeky stuff, and he meets this girl and I guess tries to apply those things. Yes. I think that'll be fun. I think it's a good story. They acquired this book from an author in Australia, so it might have a little bit of a different thing than what you're used to for American authors, or I don't know what. But I'm thinking that if you enjoy Australian YA contemporary, possibly, I don't know. Everybody's different. Every author is different. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know why I try to relate things to other things, because that's kind of annoying sometimes, right? When you're just like, yeah, this is like this and this other thing and this popular thing. It just seems like a really fun book. It's a bit of a tangent, but okay. Another thing that I got from Peachtree Publishers, if I don't break it first, is it's a little bit of a chapter sample of J.J. Johnson's next book, and it doesn't come out for a good bit, I don't think, and it is called Believerexic, and it is told, some of it's like story, your usual story kind of stuff, and some of it seems to be in verse, so if you like Ellen Hopkins, I know I just talked about not relating things to other things, but I'm thinking that'll be along those lines. It's about a girl who, I guess, is trying to overcome anorexia and is going into a clinic, and yes, all of that. So if that seems like something that interests you, go put this on your Goodreads to read list for sure. If it's on there, I don't know. It's like kind of far out. I think it's next spring that it comes out, but I was given a little chapter sample for that, so yay! Another book that I received from Quirk Books is the Phantom Menace version of William Shakespeare's Star Wars shenanigans from Ian Dozier, and of course it is written in the Shakespeare verse kind of stuff, but also there are some fun, yes, those fun illustrations that we all know and love from these books. Earlier this month, I went to this book's launch party and bought this book from Little Shop of Stories, and basically Aisha Saeed was having her book launch party for Written in the Stars, and it is about this girl who is going back to Pakistan, I believe. This seems to be a trend for my books that come from this region of the world. Girls going back to their parents' home country, but this one, I guess both of them kind of had to do with forced marriages. This one has to do more of the main character going through a forced marriage and her parents being like, no, you have to marry this guy, you can't be in love with this other guy. I think that it'll be good. I think it'll be all sorts of feels and whatnot, and I cannot wait to read it. Last but not least, we have Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. I haven't read too many of her books. I think I've read 5 of her books out of this is the 12th book. So, and this one comes out on May 5th. But I really like the fact that she gets some family feels in there, as well as some cutesy romantic stuff. But this one has to do with a girl named Sydney, and her brother is big personality, big all this stuff, gets in a wreck, drunk driving stuff, and basically goes to, I would assume, prison, because vehicular homicide, you know, pretty deep, dark stuff. And so she feels like she's kind of like distanced from her family. She meets this other family, and even though the mom's going through some illness and whatnot, she connects with at least one of the daughters and the son, and there's some friendship going on. A little bit of romance with the guy, I would assume. It's a Sarah Dessen novel, guys. Come on, really. And so with Sarah Dessen, you've got some light stuff and you've got some darker stuff. And so I look forward to reading this book. Oh my goodness. As soon as I saw the synopsis, I was like, sold, sold, sold. I'm not going to tell you why, just some of the things that I relate to in there. But I also really like this cover. I feel like it'll be really good for people who don't usually pick up YA, so some of the more adult type people. Not saying like the people who already read YA, but like just the people who are a little bit older, not just people who wouldn't necessarily pick up YA usually. It's a very striking cover. It gets you focused on the words and stuff. I know usually she's got some person on the cover, so it's a nice departure from that. So that's all the books that I received this month for review and for my own personal reading. Oh my gosh, so many books. How am I gonna find time? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, but a lot of these seem like really good books and really just hits me in the heart bone. I love my YA contemporary, so, and a little bit of dystopian, just a tiny bit of that. So let me know which books seem pretty interesting to you. Are you going to pick up any of these books? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great day and keep reading.